Hello students, today we are going to begin our poem Daffodils. Daffodils poem written by William Wordsworth. So no study of English literature is complete without a reading of William Wordsworth and especially the poem Daffodils. Daffodils is also known as I wandered lonely as a cloud. Students, William Wordsworth is noted for his poems on nature. He is a romantic poet who belongs to the romantic era or romantic age when we had poets like John Keats, Shelley, Byron, and Wordsworth. They were the four famous romantic poets. All of them either wrote about nature or common people. The romantic poet's object or theme of their piece of writing, the subject of their writing is based on nature. Students, Daffodils by William Wordsworth is a very nice and easy poem and you will really enjoy it. This is a true experience. So Wordsworth's most of the poems were collected from his personal experience. Students, here I would like to tell you something that Wordsworth always referred poems as the spontaneous overflow of the powerful emotions, and most of his poems were based on the principle of emotions recollected in tranquility. Now you will ask that, ma'am, what is the meaning of tranquility? Tranquility is the state of being calm. So Wordsworth, by these words, Wordsworth means to say that he experiences the scenes, whatever he used to watch, he used to experience them, but he never wrote them immediately. Whenever he was later, he used to recollect all the memories when he is in a calm and peaceful mood, and then he used to write the poems. He used to recollect the memories, and in words he used to share the experiences. So students, I hope it is clear. So most of the poems of Wordsworth are based on the principle of emotions recollected in tranquility. Now, the very starting line of the poem, I will read the line. I wandered lonely as a cloud. So the first line itself informs poet's profound sentiments of being left alone. And he was moving there lonely with his sister Dorothy on the lap of nature, and that time he came across the beautiful scenery of daffodils. So students, please sit with your pencils and please write down the important notes whatever I will give you. Let's begin. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over wells and hills. Underline wells. Wells is an old English word used for valleys. So here I refers to the poet. Poet was wandering lonely in a natural scenery as a cloud as the clouds are also lonely in the sky that freely floats over the hills and valleys. When all at once, underline all at once, suddenly I saw a crowd, a group, a host of golden daffodils. So the words crowd, host are used as personification. Here daffodils are personified and given the human qualities. So he elaborates the human qualities in the daffodils. So suddenly when he was Wandering, he came across, he saw a beautiful spectacle scene of the bright golden daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees. So where did he find them? Beside the lake beneath the trees. And what were they doing? Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Again personification, they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. So here you will find that Wordsworth's enthusiasm and love for nature reflects in the lines from the term golden, because he found actually daffodils are yellow in color, but he has referred them as golden in color. His love for the nature is expressed through these words. Come to the next paragraph. Continuous as the stars that shine. Here in this poem, you will find that mostly he has made the comparison. First line, students, I forgot to tell you, is a simile. I wandered lonely as a cloud is a simile. Now comes the second simile, continuous as the stars that shine. So daffodils are compared with the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. You know Milky Way, the galaxy, collection of stars, numerous stars, and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending lines. So the daffodils are stretched in a countless never-ending line along the margin of a bay. Margin means edge. Bay means near the shore of a lake. 10,000 saw I at a glance. Underline 10,000, it's a hyperbole. 10,000, many times you find now teachers or mother, especially mother, used to say 10,000, 100 times, 10,000 times I have told you not to do this. Whether really mother used to say 10,000 times? No, it's a hyperbole, exaggeration. So 10,000 saw I at a glance. The poet has not counted how many numbers, but the countless number of daffodils made the poet feels as 10,000 he saw at one look, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Underline tossing means shaking. Again personification. Their heads in sprightly, in energetically. They were in full of energy and they were dancing. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. So now here the poet is comparing that who is the better performer, the waves or the daffodils. So they refers to the daffodils. The waves beside daffodils danced, but they means daffodils outdid, surpassed or excelled the sparkling waves. Why the use of the word sparkling is here? Because the rays of the sun fall on the waves and they sparkle. In glee means delight or joy. So a poet could not but be gay. Seeing this spectacle scene, seeing this beautiful scenery, a poet could not hold his emotions, and he could not be unhappy, and his mood changes from unhappiness to happiness. So here students, I would like to say you that the first line of the poem begins in pessimism. Now we are getting through the words, we come to know that it changed into optimism. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Here wealth means to the poet by an uncountable happiness from the sight of daffodils. So you can write the explanation that in this particular stanza we will find that the pleasant The poet says that the sparkling waves danced in the breeze, but the beauty of the bright daffodils surpassed their beauty. The flowers seemed to dance with breeze with much more liveliness, and their sight seemed happier than the waves, which did not bring as much joy as the yellow flowers brought to the poet. It appeared that the poet has received some sort of precious wealth as a permanent kind of happiness, far more valuable than money. Now, in this particular stanza, the principle of Wordsworth, that is, emotions recollected in tranquility, you will find that he has expressed beautifully here. For oft means often, when on my couch I lie, couch, sofa, bed, I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, vacant, empty, pensive, sad or melancholy. They flash upon that inward eye. Here inward eye refers to the vision, which is the bliss of solitude. Bliss means great pleasure, solitude, loneliness. And then my heart with pleasure feels and dances with daffodils. So in this particular stanza, the poet explains that whenever he lies on his couch in a deep thought or in a pensive or melancholy mood, the memory of daffodils flashes through his mind, which brings him happiness, and he forgets all his loneliness, sadness. So students, I hope that this poem is very clear to you. Now here, if you want, you can write down that this particular stanza, that the pleasant sight of the daffodils dancing in the breeze fills the heart of the poet with joy, and his heart begins to dance with the memory of the dancing daffodils. So students, I hope that this poem is very clear to you. It's very easy. Go through the poem once again. All the explanations, meanings, whatever I have given. Title of the poem is very appropriate one, and go for practicing, go through the workbook, and I shall return with the next chapter in my next video. Thank you.